Gary Thompson, the sales communication professional, best-selling author and private equity investor, says, master the client conversion ladder and optimize your business success. He continues, many rising stars in business try to get from A to Z in a split second in the client conversion journey. That approach will set you up for frustration, time, money, and effort being wasted. The alphabet has 26 letters. Each letter has great significance in words formation and in human expression. The client conversion process has many steps, and when these steps are overlooked, it negatively influences your ability to attract and communicate with the ideal client. You must invest in breaking through the know, like, and trust barriers that allow you to win in business. He went on to say, the first step in your client conversion journey begins with relationships. 1. Fill the relationship gaps. 2. Leverage relationships to overcome client rejection. 3. And position your brand to stand out in the market. Gary wants you to be successful and invites you to call us today to help you master the client conversion ladder, optimize your brand recognition, and increase the cash flow of your business.
Influencer, particularly so if you're in business, because having a business and being able to leverage your minimum or most valuable across social media platform, it can definitely help to enhance your visibility. So let's talk a little bit about content design and presentation structure. Your presentation structure, again, you just don't want to appear in front of the camera and you start speaking, because you are likely to roll and ramble all over the place. And when the audience see this is happening, they lose interest. So the opportunity to command how you're known, to command how you're liked, and command how you're trusted, you lose total control of that. So you want to start thinking about things like your introduction, your body, your conclusion. And as you think about introduction, body, and conclusion, there's what I talk about a lot, your high impact statement, your high impact introduction that really allows you to, from the get-go, to command attention, pique interest, arouse desire, and has enough, substance in it to move the client into action. That means you must have a call to action. To do all of this, there's a lot of moving parts here. You should understand the demographic you're talking to. You should understand the psychographic of the demographics that you're relating to. You should understand how to deploy emotional intelligence at its best. So there's a lot of detail that goes into becoming strong at what you're doing. I'm not saying that you're going to learn this overnight, but I'm saying to you, all of these things play significantly in how you are building that strong brand image and a reputable brand. Doing this helps. The body of your presentation, you want to have a high impact storytelling. You must be able to use some form of storytelling, and there are a number of different approaches that you can use. You must be good at word description. You have to know perhaps how to incorporate climax and anticlimax. You need to know how to bring in perhaps protagonists and antagonists. You need to master some of the principle of what we call the influencer model. For example, if you're not a good storyteller, perhaps you can be given good information. You can be an educator. You can be an entertainer. You can be a motivator. You can inspire. These are all elements that helps to sustain the interest of your audience base. And if you're not taking all of this into consideration, is a missed opportunity to achieve impact with the ideal client. This again is no different than marketing. In marketing, we talk a lot of the importance of really taking the time to understand your ideal client based on their buyer data markers. The more you understand about the ideal client and you deploy that type of data into you becoming a social media influencer, it makes it easier for you to build content, because you're building content not for yourself, but you're building content to align to the dreams and hopes and aspiration of the audience base. Important concepts for you to consider. Conclusion, strong conclusion. Can you incorporate a high impact call to action? Can you introduce something that makes a life-changing offer for your audience? All of this plays an important role in how you position the brand to be known, to be liked, to be trusted. And, very often we talk about the know, like, and trust. And sometimes it sounds taboo. It sounds because you hear it all the time. But I want to pause here a little bit and just talk about the know, like, and trust. And I want you to really think very deep about this. Let us assume that you are on an island and you come into a lottery, you win a lot of money. And around you, you have your mom, your dad, and you have a stranger, and you want this money to come off of the island. Who would you choose, mom and dad or the stranger? I just want to bring home some information here. You immediately would not even think about a stranger, all right? Particularly so if your mom and dad and you grew up in the right circumstances. Because you know your mom, you know your dad, you would, without even thinking, give them that money to deposit in the bank or take it to some place that you want it to go. The same principle applies. The person who is making or that purchasing decision, they are going to be more motivated to buy from the people that they know can best serve their interests. Again, especially when we are talking from the middle, upper, and the upper middle, and the affluent society, they're going to make a choice to invest. They have established the know, like, and trust. We're going to go deeper into that as time progresses. So I just emphasize this to bring home the importance of the know, like, and trust. Now, let's talk a little bit about content and research and content creation. As a social media influencer, a rising star, someone attempting to build a strong brand image and a reputable brand on social media, in the metaverse, in the mass media or independent communication channel, there are a number of important concepts for you to understand. First, let's talk about research your MVTM. The MVTM in this context means your minimum viable target market or your most viable target market. Again, as an influencer, you're not influencing you, you're influencing an audience. And for you to achieve impact with the audience, it makes sense to take the time to understand the audience and how do you position, what steps do you take to ensure that you understand your audience. You have to collect the right information. You must have the core competence to analyze that information. And after analyzing the information, you want to now up-level that information into content. We're talking about content research and content creation. Again, you just don't appear, you research. And it's vital. We had to research this content, which after many, many years of researching this, it has become second nature. And we know that we're speaking to an audience that needs information as to how to make it big on social media. And we have thousands, hundreds of thousands of persons out there who wants to make it big. So we have researched that, and this content is for you. So as we look at content research and content creation, the content creation should not be divorced from the content research, because it is the research that is helping you to understand your ideal client. It is the research that is helping you to understand their specific needs. It is the research that is helping you to understand how to innovate products and services in alignment with the specific needs of the ideal client. But if you don't have the research, you don't understand their pain point. And if you don't understand the pain point, the high probability exists that you may be speaking a language that they don't understand. You may be speaking a language that is not relevant to them. Again, this is why we introduced the ideal client stress test ladder, because alignment must take place. You want to establish brand relevance. Even as an influencer who wants to make it big on social media, you need to establish brand relevance. And the only way to establish brand relevance as you develop your content is to first of all ensure that you understand your ideal client based on the biodata markers. You need to take time to ensure that you understand the ideal client based on their specific needs. And then you move to content creation. Many persons do it in the reverse. And then when you fail, you say, why me? You're struggling, you're fighting hard, you're doing everything that people say you should do, and you're not being successful. Well, I'm here to say that you're not necessarily doing everything. I don't know where you're getting the advice from, but you're not doing everything, because doing everything is research is a part of it. You just don't produce content. You research content. You identify the ideal client, you identify their needs, and then you innovate. That allows you to achieve better results. And that's what we call setting the stage to achieve high reward, measurable results, predictable outcome with the highest degree of accuracy. It's a lot of work that has to be done.
Elevate your business with 10X Branding and Marketing LLC. Our expert team specializes in enhancing your brand's visibility and connecting you with your ideal clients. We employ strategies that increase reach, leaving a lasting impact and driving client conversion. Trust and credibility are vital in businesses, and excel in building them even with a limited budget. Our cost-effective approaches ensure you get the best results without overspending. Ready to boost your business cash flow? Contact us at 332-235-T99 and let 10X Branding and Marketing LLC guide you to success. Our focus is on elevating your visibility, which directly translates to growth. Experience the power of effective branding and marketing with us and witness your business thrive.